What is up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday Night Live. We got an awesome show for you guys. We got Titans Time podcast coming on. We got Titans Mafia coming on. We got some things to talk about, as you've seen in the thumbnail here. Corey Davis, Bullock and Luan. We got Reynolds. We got some stuff going on here in Tennessee in Titan territory. And, you know, we're going to break down a little bit of the game. Of course, we'll get to all your comments. We do have a giveaway at the end of the show. And I'm not going to reveal it now, but I will reveal it towards the end of the show. It'll be a trivia question. And the first four people who get it right, and it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Titans Time podcast and Titans Mafia can attest to that. They already tried. I'm not going to say how they did. I'll let them tell you. But it is a tough one. It's a little bit of a tough one. So, you know, the first four to win will win. And it's pretty cool. It's something that I got at the Titans game. They're custom made. It's a guy on Twitter. I'm not going to tell you what his name is because you probably know who it is. You might figure out what it is. But he's awesome. He's awesome. He came up to me and he gave me a bunch of these and you know, I want to bless four of you with them too. So yeah, we'll get the show going here. I'm going to get Titans Time in here. I'm going to get Titans Mafia. Thank you for who's in the show so far. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. We are at 475 subscribers the last time I checked. So 25 to 500, you know. We might do another giveaway when we get to 500. Who knows? But anyways, let's bring these guys in here. What is up, my friends? How are y'all doing?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. How you doing, Titans Mafia? I think you're muted there.
Pretty good, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. It's Thursday night. I got the game on. And I was kind of curious to see because I haven't really watched any Jaguars football all season. And I was kind of curious to watch Trevor Lawrence. I know he's had a really rough season so far, but I'm just curious to watch him because I don't even think I ever watched him in college. I'm not a real big college fan. I am a Vols fan, unfortunately, but I am a true Vols fan. But yeah, I don't know. I really haven't watched much of the guy. Have y'all watched him and his career at all?
I watched him a little bit when he was in college. Mainly the games that I seen was, you know, like his national championship games that he played in. Other than that, I haven't. I'm kind of like you. My focus is more of NFL. I don't watch that much college. When I do, it's usually the Vols, and I get my heart broke. So,
yeah,
I watched him a bunch in college. I kind of followed his career because I was kind of a fan of his until he became a Jag, and then I can't be a fan of his anymore. But yeah, he showed out in college for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he plays tonight just because we're going to play him in a couple weeks. So it's always good to get to know the enemy, as they say. But I'm going to give a shout out to some of these people who are already in the building tonight. Trey VA, what's up, brother? Trey VA is always in my videos. So much love to him. And all these people that are in here tonight. Al Pierce, time to shoot down some Jets. Let's go tighten up. Go Titans, kick New York Jets tail. Oilers struck. Yep. Raul Garcia, LFG Rossi. Let's go. Caring with Carrie, the thumbnail. Tighten up. Oh yeah, the thumb. I worked hard on that thumbnail today. Like I'm usually not that creative, but once I saw the Corey Davis thing and like when Bullock tweeted, I was like, I got to make something funny out of this. You know, usually my thumbnails. I mean, they're cool, but they're not nothing like super special to them, but I gotta get my thumbnail game up for sure. Gotta catch up with Titan Anderson. Nancy Nicole says tighten up Buttercup. Clifford Williams. Clifford Williams is my stepbrother, so special shout out to him. What's up, my brother? I miss you, man. Hope to see you soon when I come back to Tennessee. Jeff Young, tighten up. Titan Anderson, tighten up. And y'all check out Titan Anderson, too. I think he's got a watch party going on at the game right now. Mm-hmm. And football fan, AJ and Julio out, concerned. Yeah, and we're going to go over that for sure. That's one of the things. So I'm going to just kind of get into it here, guys. This is something, and I'll kind of get into something that kind of grinding my gears today. And it was something I saw on Twitter, and I guess it's been out for a couple of days now. I'm not sure, but Keith Bulluck released a thing over Twitter. Basically, here, I'll put it up on the screen here. Basically, calling out Lewan, calling him out through Twitter. And there was a couple things that he said, but this was one of the main ones. He says, "You upset because the crowd booed you. People have been booed before you and will be booed after. Media cutting these players so much slack. If you get booed, play better. Don't talk about it. Be about it." And so, I mean, I agree with that. Like, definitely, like if you get booed, dust your shoulders off, come back, try and get better, be better so the fans don't boo you. And I could understand, too, where, how Taylor's feelings could probably be hurt because he's been a fan favorite. He's been a Nashville dude, true and true. He's got the Bussin' with the Boys. He goes to the Predators games and, pours beer and drinks beer like Stone Cold Steve Austin and throws catfish on the ice with the. I mean, he's beloved here. I mean, he's probably the longest tenured player on our team right now, I would say. I mean, I don't think anybody's been on longer than him on this roster anyways. But I guess what kind of irritated me, and I love Keith Bulluck. Please don't think otherwise. Like Mr. Monday Night, he was one of my all-time players. Him and Javon Curse, they were so exciting to watch, man. But I just feel like it's like, dude, like if it was me, and maybe this is just me, but if it was me and I'm a player and Lewan's a player, even though they don't, obviously they might not even ever met each other. I'm sure they have, because Bulluck has done a lot of work for Titans radio and things like that, media. If it was me, I would just try and call the dude or something, or be like, hey, I'm sure Bulluck could call the Titans organization and probably get, Lewan's number. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, being from the South, to me, it's like you got something to say to somebody, especially somebody who's done something you've done and has the respect that you have. Like, to me, it's like, just go up to him, be man to man, be like, look, bro, don't worry about all this booing stuff. But I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox and see what you guys think. But I just thought it was kind of in bad taste. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe it doesn't matter.
You want to take it first, Titans Mafia?
Yeah, I'm kind of siding with you, Rossi. I think if a guy has something to say, he needs to go say it to the person he's talking about. Don't post it all on social media like you just want to say it third person. Like, I'm sure you're man enough. You played in the NFL. You should be man enough to go say something if you have something to say to somebody's face. I mean, yeah. But, I'm from the South too, so I guess that has something to do with it.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Tyler?
I'm the same way. The way I was raised up, because I'm right here in Tennessee, and I was always taught if you have a problem with someone or have a problem with something that someone said, go talk to them about it. Don't just kind of beat around the bush. And which, Bulluck is one of my, or as of right now, he is my all-time favorite Titan player. Yeah. So, not really wanting to talk bad about him, but kind of how people talk about those keyboard warriors and not saying that that's him, but you're subtweeting him like crazy on Twitter about this, and I can understand. Like, it's a different time now. Like, there wasn't that much time in between, when Bullock was in the league to when Lewan first come in. But back then, players, they didn't really let that stuff bother them as much. But Lewan's kind of always wore his heart on his sleeve, and coming back from his first major injury, like, I think that's what has really gotten his head about it, is the fact that he wasn't sure about that knee. He come back, was playing horrible, went out of the game, come back in, and then got booed. So I think it was just stuff. If it was just he didn't have the knee injury, he played bad, and then people booed him, I don't even think that he even makes the comments about it. But like y'all said, I think that Bullock should have just called him up or went to the Titans facility and be like, hey, come on now. Let's don't be worried about the booing. Just take it on the chin. Probably not the first time you've been booed. Probably won't be the last time. So just go on with it.
Yeah. And for him, it might actually be the first time he's been booed.
It could be.
Well, like, he's been
maybe
good
you go
from
back to
the
his college
beginning.
days.
Yeah. But he's been pretty good, like, from the beginning, like, there hasn't been I don't remember any times where, like, he was really bad. I'm sure there was, and when he was a rookie and stuff, I can't remember, but give a shout out to the Power Hour. He said that's a good looking panel tonight. I agree, man.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And Power Hour is awesome, man. I know y'all have been on his show and stuff, and he's awesome. Sin City Titan says good luck in fantasy football. Titan time. I guess y'all are playing this week.
We are. I'm gonna need some luck. I think I gotta try and take down the undefeated
And
right
while
now.
while we're on that, I think I got. Oh yeah, here's our fantasy league rankings. Let me pull this. So Sin City Titans is sitting atop 3-0, just straight crushing them. So, man, I think you're gonna have to take him down a pike or two.
Hey, I need to. I need to jump up into that
knock
number
him off
one
his
spot
horse a little bit.
But hey, you got a little bone to pick with Al. I mean, dropping James Robinson and then him going and picking him up and actually playing him against you.
Yeah, I don't know, Al. I mean, it's kind of fishy, man. No, I didn't even know you did until Titans time had said, hey, he's got James Robinson. That's a good move. Like, I had a tough time letting Robinson go. Like, I really did. They just aren't giving him the carries, and the way that they're going this year, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I felt like who I picked up was of equal value considering. So we'll see what happens, man. The Upload there 2-1. Raul's team's there 2-1. I'm 2-1. Then you got TA 2-1. TNT Oilers Struck 1-2. Titans Turner and Titans Mafia 0-3. I'm sorry, man. But if you look, and I wish I could put Titans Mafia's roster on the screen, because he has a heck of a roster. Like, if you looked at it before the season, you would say this dude's going to kill everybody. So they just got to pick it up, man.
Next year, I'm picking all bad players.
And Al Pierce says he's already given me. Yeah, thanks, Al. I appreciate you. I always do stuff. I get antsy, man. I make too many moves. I think one year I had like 80 or like 100 and something moves in a season.
Wow.
It's ridiculous, man. It's silly, But that was the year I was like in this league at a church I was going to, and it was a big deal. Like, they had $100 gift card on the line, this huge trophy on the line, and we have a trophy on the line too. But I mean, it was like, and there was 4 teams. It was an awesome church league. 4 teams, and we did a live draft, wrote down the things. I mean, it was like legit we had player charts, we had all types of stuff, man. It was insane. So yeah, and for all you guys who are in the chat who are in here right now, like I said, I'm doing a giveaway tonight, and towards the end of the show, we won't go super long tonight, but towards the end of the show, I'll post a trivia thing, and the first 4 people who get it right will get it. And I'm telling you, it's a cool thing. It's from the game, so this gift actually came from Nissan Stadium there. So yeah, so we'll get into that later. So a few things I want to get into. Let's see here. Another thing another thing I wanted to get into is, I know y'all saw the news on Corey Davis. I'm sure you have, on Twitter, and which this was kind of shocking to me, kind of not shocking. We won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but like Davis, he looks pissed and he looks ready to put a whooping up on us, you know. He never was a really charismatic guy to begin with. Like, his press conferences were always pretty boring and bland. Like, he was just all about his business, you know what I mean? And basically, one of the reporters asked him if the Titans were interested in re-signing him, and he said, "No, sir," just simply no, sir. And then he said, "Did that bother you a little bit? I'm not going to lie to you." And he also said too that they didn't even make an offer to him. So not one offer. And you know, this might be a dumb question, but it's a question. I think it's worth bringing up, you know, at this point in the season. And maybe we should revisit this about week 8, you know, when we've had or halfway through the season. It's probably a little too early, but at this point, should we have re-signed him? You know, I mean, yes, I see I see Kyle shaking his head over there, and I get it, and I agree with you. I'm glad we got Julio. Believe me, like, I want a Julio over Corey, but we didn't know anything about us getting Julio at that point in time. You know, that wasn't even a figment of the imagination at that time when we were trying to sign Corey. So it, you know, you take, if Julio, if this little injury is nagging all year and blah, 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 and he's going to play in the big games but not play in the crap games and all this stuff, is it worth having a guy like that, or is it worth having a reliable guy like Corey Davis? I mean, what's done is done now, and believe me, I'm on the Julio Jones side. I know what y'all are going to say. Should I even ask it? Should we just move on?
Oh no, we need to. You need to ask it, because ever since before before you started live, I could see Titans Mafia over there just ready to hit on this one. So I definitely want to hear what he has to say.
All right, let it rip.
First of all, he wouldn't have taken a low ball offer. He wanted to be one of the highest paid receivers in the league, because he thinks he's that, which he's not. He's about mid-pack at best. Second of all, J-Rob was not going to give him a high offer when he wanted to go get a guy like Julio Jones in the first place. So he would have declined the offer had we given him an offer, because it wasn't going to be a top money offer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why make a comment like that when you knew you were going to decline the offer?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. To be honest with you, at this point, I'll take Mason Kinsey over Corey Davis.
Wow. That's a bold statement. I mean, I don't know. And let me show y'all something here. I'll back you out real quick. So I got my Mason Kinsey, finally got my Mason Kinsey signed picture up that they sent me. So I just had to show y'all that. Got it on the wall now, so it's official.
Yeah, I've been noticing you've been getting that backdrop more and more each time. It's looking good.
Yeah, my wife's like, "You put something new up there?" No, she's, no, she's cool about it. She's awesome. So, anyways, let's get into some of the real meat and potatoes here. That stuff's. I mean, it's good to be talked about though, because it is something,
And I want to throw this out there right quick. He can, if he wants to look pissed off and act like he's fixing to, obviously he played for us last year. Usually when you go and face a guy that played for you last year, it's labeled as, their revenge game.
Yeah.
And like Titans Mafia said, I think the reason the Titans didn't offer him after last season is because he actually started showing up some last season. Didn't really have that injury that kept him down. And, he wasn't going to take a low offer. And the Titans thought, why would we throw this money, that much money at him when we've seen what we've had the past 4 years? Like, it just wouldn't be worth it. And like I said, he can look mad and be mad about it, but if Christian Fulton is across from him, he's not about to have that revenge game.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And Fulton, he's like had the second highest PFF rating this year for cornerbacks, like for the whole season. So I think I saw that. So that's pretty awesome, dude. I mean, we didn't have a cornerback like this last year. I mean, because he didn't play much. So I mean, as far as what we have, Jack Rabbit, I'm still a little on the fence. I mean, he's gotten burnt pretty bad a few times already.
Here's the thing on Jack Rabbit, though. If you look over his career, he's shown up in big games.
Yeah.
He has shown – he may not play well in games they should win, but in the big games, he's shown up. And that's some pretty big plays.
I just like the attitude that he has when, even if he does allow like a short route to be completed, he comes up and he makes the tackle, or he's able to hold on to the guy until help gets there, versus, which I know he was coming back from injury last year, but you look at Adoree last year when he couldn't make a tackle on a short route to save his life. So that's the biggest difference.
How about that third down defense?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, and that's something I was going to bring up too. I did see his comment from Vicious Gaming, says he got tested positive. Yeah, man, take care of yourself, dude. I've had it before. I think you've had it too, right?
I have too.
You've had it too. So, heck, it seems like everybody's just had it now. But yeah, I mean, take care of yourself, man. Thanks for watching. I know you ain't got a lot to do right now. It's like that's the worst part, is staying at home, not being able to work and all that. And so, yeah, take care of yourself. But, yeah, I was going to pull up that. I actually have some numbers here. So, our third down defense, you can see on the far right here, we're 13th in the league. So, I mean, coming from last year, having the worst third down defense in NFL history to being 13th, that's like best defense in the world to us, Then you got the rankings for us, 15th on defense. That's on the far left. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see, you guys, but we're 15th in defense and we're 15th in offense. So I think we'd all take 15th in defense toward, by the end of the year for sure. That's what we are now. Yep. I think it's something we can maintain. I think we can get better too. That's the thing. I think we can get better, and I think we're 13th in sacks too. Something like that. So,
Danny, man, Lord have mercy.
What'd you say?
Ola Danny.
Yeah, Ola's got 3 sacks, leads the team.
I thought it was so funny that he had that big game, and the day after, the NFL wants to drug test him.
Oh yeah, that was funny,
what
man.
in the world, like?
Yeah, that's funny.
Because the Titans have a pass rush, you want to drug test them?
Yeah. Hey, apparently so. That's going to be the thing this year.
What do y'all think about Rob Moore's saying that Reynolds basically can't play special teams? Like he that was his reasoning for last week anyways. You know, we never know week to week who's injured, who's not, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're so secretive about it. It's almost like it's crazy how the Titans can hide stuff so well. But it's like we never know I complain about this all the time. We never know what's going on with any of the players. You know, one week, you know, heck, I didn't even know Jayon Brown was hurt when he missed the first week. It's like he wasn't even on the injury report the week before. Well, you know, there's got to be a rule against that. I don't know. Like
Vrabel gets on there Sunday after the game and says, "Oh, it's just the best for the team. Julio's out. Just we thought it was best. He was and then the next day he was tight, and now he's injured. Mm-hmm. Like, just tell people he's injured.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Like, we know he's injured.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, exactly. And this thing with Reynolds, it's like, you know, we brought him in here to potentially be the number 2. Mm-hmm. You know, before all this Julio, people were wanting him to be the number 2. Like, oh, we'll be okay with him. We got AJ, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, he played in the slot in LA. He played 5 special teams plays last year for LA. And shout out the Titans, too, because they answered that question on my last show. But he played 5 plays on special teams. And to me, it's like, okay, so we can't play special teams, but did you bring him in here to play special teams? Like, I thought he was just brought in here to be a receiver. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It does.
And maybe the injury that he had in the offseason was that Achilles injury. Maybe that's just been the biggest thing of, even though he's working his way back, instead of, maybe doing like what the Colts have been doing with their players and kind of rushing them back, they were just like, look, we have guys that can play special teams, that can also play receiver. We trust what they can do. So we'll just keep him sidelined for now until the time comes where we have to have him out there as a receiver.
Well, I mean, my take on it is, with AJ coming out last week and then AJ coming out, we still move the ball efficiently without those guys in there. Chester Rogers, I mean, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
How about him doing the T.Y. Hilton dance after he scored?
I know, that was yeah, I think it was just kind of an honor to him or something. Yeah. That was kind of cool, though. I'm glad he got him one. All them backups got him one,
Mm-hmm.
McNichols and Akeen. Yeah. Looks like if AJ and Julio don't go this week, Nick Westbrook-Akeen is your starting wide receiver, is your number 1. That's crazy. The Power Hour says never give your opponents an advantage. I was talking about Vrabel, Raul Garcia. Ola was our best free agent edge rusher pickup. Yeah, as of now, yeah. Sin City says, I like the fact that Vrabel is so ambiguous with player injuries. Certain shows knock it, but can only be an advantage to the team. So, yeah, I mean, he agrees with it. A lot of people do, Titan Upload. What's up, Titan Upload? It says, doesn't make any sense over Coach Moore at this point. Yeah, it really doesn't to me. It just doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know. Maybe it's just a cop-out. Sin City says, I agree. 2 drops to Rodgers past 2 games could have been pick sixes. Doing great in return game, though. Yeah, he's number 2 in the league in punt returns, like 13 yards of average or something. But, yeah, I mean, the 2 drops were crazy. The one last week got picked off. Al Pierce says, and we have to have him right now with AJ and Julio out. Yeah, I mean, I would think that you would want, Reynolds to, I mean, considering what he did in the past, like he's been in the league, like 4 years. First year, he had like 100 yards. Second, 200, 400. He had like 600. I mean, he improved every year. So the guy, I mean, he's played in the NFL and he's had success. I don't care who you are. You know, if you got 600 yards receiving in the NFL, you've got some type of skill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you guys agree with that? Like, it's not like he just came here and all of a sudden sucks. Like, he's got I know that he's got an Achilles injury. And shout out to Titans Town on Twitter. He had said that he talked to him after the game and said his Achilles, I don't know, you know, I mean, but he said he talked to him and he said that he had mentioned something about his Achilles was getting, or his injury was getting better, and something about his Achilles, you know. So maybe that's the reason, and maybe it's just another thing that Vrabel is trying to do to get one over on another team, or to a jab at the media or whatever. But you know, I mean, you would think you'd want Reynolds outside, Akeem outside, at least Akeem being your number 2, Rodgers in the slot, bring Mason Kinsey back up, put him in the slot, switch him out or something. I don't know. I feel like you could use Kinsey right now more than anything. I mean, surely they wouldn't call Des Fitzpatrick up. I mean, they might. Who knows? We don't know. I mean, McMath is playing. You know, McMath is a special teamer, and he did get in some. So, but apparently he's been really good on special teams, and you need guys like that.
You got Swain too, so
yeah,
Swain had a big play in the game Sunday.
He did. He did. I think, did he have a drop too? I don't know. I can't remember. I care my team. Harold Landry was second most QB pressures in NFL right now. I've heard that. I've heard that stat. That's crazy, right? He's playing lights out. And I think they're actually dressing more pass rushers this year, maybe 4 instead of 3. Well, Dupree's been out, so I don't know.
I just hate we lost Rod Weaver.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. That is a shame for him, for sure, and us, you know. Bruce James Ridley, what's up, man? Please subscribe if you haven't yet. We're having a giveaway for y'all have just come in here. First 4 people who get this question later will get a really cool gift. I'll, you know, mail it to you. It's really cool. It's from the game. Somebody gave to me. So he says, Titan Rossi in the house, get the subscription up so we can drop his channel. Yeah, thanks, man. I just asked him, but I didn't read it first. So yeah, appreciate that, Bruce James. And I hope you're selling tons of houses and making tons of money out there. So Valtoria, what's up, Valtoria? Ferkser coming back will be big. Have you guys heard anything on Ferkser?
I know he's been at practice the last 2 days.
Okay. Well, I got the injury report here too. If you guys can see that, I don't know if y'all can see that out in YouTube land, but yeah, it looks like, Ferkser was a full participation 2 days in a row, so he should go, right? Jayon Brown, full participation. Tier Tart, limited. Saffold, limited. Kern did not practice. That's concerning. Anybody know anything about that?
I know they've go ahead.
I know they brought in Townsend to punt.
Oh, wow. That's not good. Now our punter and our kicker. Unbelievable, man. Something cursed us. I don't know. Something cursed us about 2 years ago with kickers. I don't know if it's because we let Suckup go and then he wins the Super Bowl. See, we let him go and he wins the Super. There's some type of curse going on that has started this whole kicking fiasco, man. It's unbelievable.
Just put Bullock out there to punt.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We got Julio hurt. Caleb's still hurt with another mysterious injury. Bud Dupree, a mysterious injury. AJ Brown. I don't really know what Dupree's is. We know it's the knee, but I mean, I don't know. I thought these guys were healthy and ready to go. I don't know if it's Dupree's injury still lingering from before? Wasn't it his knee that was hurt?
He had a wrap on
Yeah.
Sunday.
But wasn't it? Didn't he? Isn't that what happened to him during the offseason or last season? His knee.
Last season he tore his ACL.
Yeah, Sin City Titans says, "Holy cow!" It is. Jeff Young Ferkser said he was feeling good. Well, good. I hope he's out there playing because we could really use him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he's a receiving weapon. You know, he catches mostly everything. He had a drop the first game, but especially with our other guys being out, we probably need him more than ever this game. You know, we get to a few more things here, and there was something I wanted to get into. I mean, obviously Zach Wilson has been awful for the beginning. His stats here: 55% completion rate, 628 yards. 7 interceptions. He's tied for the league lead with our very own Trevor Lawrence. It's on the TV here. I don't know how he's done today. They've got 14 points. So I don't know if y'all know if he's thrown a TD or not. I know James Robinson got one of them. And but these guys on here, I just don't know the Jets real well. And Michael Carter is their leading rusher. Ty Johnson. I know Tevin Coleman. You know, I just don't know much of these guys. You go to I know Braxton Berrios. He's leading the team in yards, but Corey Davis is leading in catches and touchdowns. He's got 2 touchdowns. He had a really good game, not this week, but the week before. And the first game, of course, they got Elijah Moore. Titans Mafia told me he's been hurt here and there. So they just really don't have much that really scares you. Now, their defense is ranked 10th in the league, which is pretty impressive. And they do have they're better against the run, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense because I mean, they have played some teams close, so their defense is not bad, you know. So it's something we're gonna have to. I mean, with the limited players we have in offense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? I guess if you had to give the game a prediction, what would you give on this game? A score and what do you think's gonna happen? How's it gonna unfold?
Go ahead, Tyson.
Score. I'm gonna say that it'll be. I'm gonna say Titans 24 and Jets 13.
All right.
I've went back and watched the last 2 games that the Jets have played, and for one, with Zach Wilson, what I noticed in the game they played against the Broncos is it looked like he was just holding on to the ball way too long. And that was causing him to, get sacked like crazy. And then, of course, the New England game, he had 4 picks. And, there were a couple of them that were on him. But then there was also some that kind of like how the Titans have had where it's went through the receiver's hand or bounced off a shoulder pad and got picked off. But the Titans just have to stay focused this week because, I mean, any team can beat any team any given week. So they can't fall into that trap of, okay, it's the 0-3 Jets. Because like you said, their defense hasn't been playing bad. Something that surprised me when I looked at it, their defense, as far as their passing defense, looks like they're first in the league. They've only gave up 1 passing touchdown. So, that could be something to watch out for.
I'm going to say Titans 27, Jets 13.
All right.
Just because I think the Jets do have a good defense, and I think they'll kind of hold us right around 27, 28. But I don't think that they can score to keep up with us at a consistent basis. Because I have watched their defense, and they've played some good teams so far, and their defense can play with pretty much anybody. It's just their offense is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, we got to force some turnovers
They
this
don't
week.
have a new line.
Sin City Titans says 24-10. Titans bet the under. So Sin City's from Vegas, so I would probably take his advice, of course, in the name. Titan Upload says, I will not be picking this game, laugh out loud. Well, I mean,
no, he needs to pick us to lose.
Yes, please pick us to lose, Mark. That would be, I don't know. You're kind of, I don't know if you're on a roll now. Like, did you pick us to lose against Seattle? I think you did. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we might not want to risk, superstition or anything. We might need you to stick with it.
Yeah. Well, we're only asking you to do one thing. Just pick us to lose this game.
Yeah.
That way.
Just do one thing. Pick us to lose so we can win. And Sin City Titans says just pick the Jets. Upload. So there you go. And if you guys got score predictions, I know a couple of you have given me some in there, but post them in the chat and we'll put them on the screen. And yeah, hang around for about another, if you guys that are in here right now, for about another 15, 20 minutes, and we're going to get to this trivia and get this giveaway too. So y'all hang around, invite some friends on in here, hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Titans Time Podcast. He's got a podcast, YouTube. He's on Facebook, on like 85 different platforms. So he's worldwide. So check him out. Titans Mafia's got a Twitter page. He'll be doing some stuff, I'm sure, eventually on YouTube and stuff like that. So very knowledgeable guys, true fans. That's who I like to kick it with, true fans. You know what I mean? Ride or die. So these guys are ride or die Titans fans. They bleed two-tone blue. So give them a follow on Twitter, give them a subscribe on YouTube or whatever else, TikTok, Instagram, MySpace, AOL. I don't know. So yeah, there's so many of them nowadays, man. I used to have a MySpace. Okay, so I don't know if I should admit this on live YouTube vision. Back when I'm 38 now. So back when I was like 22, I went to this audio engineering school in Nashville, Tennessee. It's called SAE. It's like one of the best sound schools in the country. And I got my degree in audio engineering. I did live sound for concerts for like 4 years. And I did some pretty cool stuff, like some pretty big country artists and stuff like that. But it was just few and far between. It's like being a musician in Nashville. Everybody wants to be one. It's hard to get your foot in the door. Same thing with being a sound guy. It's like that. But when I was in that school, I had these awesome studios at my disposal. So I could use them pretty much anytime I want. I just had to block like 3-4 hours out. And I would make like beats and stuff. And I actually had 2 rap albums. So believe it or not, and I found one. When I went back to my mom's this weekend, my stepdad found one, and I freaking forgot it, man. Like, I'm so mad at myself. It's gold. It's good stuff, I promise you.
Does it rank up there with the Marshall Mathers EP?
Oh, for sure. I mean, all it needed was somebody to listen to it, man. It would have been, I'd be a billionaire by now.
So I got to ask you this: whenever you get it's going up on your YouTube, right? Like you're going to put it out there.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on now.
If you do scroll back, and I probably will, I'll probably do something with it. But if you scroll back way before I started this Titans thing, I had a band in Nashville, And there's a bunch of videos. Like if you scroll all the way down to like my oldest videos, there's videos of me singing and with my band and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. I got a band online too. On you look up Rossi Shed Your Skin. That's the album name. You can find it all over Google, MySpace, whatever, you know. So there you go. Sin City Titan says MySpace showing her age, bro. Yeah, definitely. The official TY upload pick the Jets. They want you to pick the Jets, man. So please do. Golly.
It's worked the last 2 weeks, so we have to.
Yeah. Trevier says if we still had MySpace, you'd be on my top 8. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Nancy Nicole says Rossi rap. I don't know if you're asking me to rap, but actually my rap name was Anubis. That was my rap name. And I had a DJ. We ran around places, played at bars, played in clubs in Nashville. It was crazy, man. It was fun. The Power Hour, dear Rossi, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I'm sorry, man. I'll get to you. Golly. So we're gonna get to a couple more things, and then we're gonna get to the big $1 million giveaway. I'm giving away. Let's Mr. Beast it. You want to do a Mr. Beast show? Y'all ever watch Mr. Beast? We're giving away $1 million for you to hold on to a bathtub for 24 hours. That show's crazy, man, and I always get sucked into watching it. Like I'm like, I don't know why I watch it.
Last to leave the chat wins $1 million.
Yeah,
there you go.
Last to leave the chat tonight. We're gonna go 24 hours tonight, guys. Last to leave the chat wins $1 million Monopoly dollars.
There you go.
And that probably would even cost a lot. You'd have to buy a lot of sets, you know. What rap artists did you listen to? This is so intriguing. Man, I grew up, like I said, I'm 38. So when I started listening to rap, I was listening to like The Roots, Common, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, A Tribe Called Quest. I liked Biggie. I liked Pac back in the day too, you know, like rap's just different now, man. I can't stand it now. Like it's just like this mutter, stutter rap. It just ain't for me. Like, you know, like back in the day, they were throwing bars. Like it was good stuff, like good quality stuff. Nowadays, it just don't do it for me, man. I like J. Cole a little bit. You know, he's pretty cool.
Are you a fan?
Huh?
Are you an Eminem fan?
Oh, of course. Yeah, Eminem, of course. I loved Eminem too. And all those guys back in the day, man. I mean, they're, you know, Sin City Titan, Tennessee represents East Coast rap, huh? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Nashville's had a lot of rap artists too, you know, like Young Buck. He's from Nashville. He was a big time. Jelly Roll. I don't know if y'all know Jelly Roll.
Mm-hmm.
He just reached his first gold album. And I really like Jelly Roll. Like he's got a heck of a story. The guy was in prison for years. I mean, he's turned his life around. He just did a sold out show at the Ryman. I watched the whole show. And he just released the country album too. And I just got a lot of respect for him, man. Like I started listening to his stuff. He writes meaningful stuff. Like he doesn't write about guns and, you know, drugs and all this stuff. Like he writes about stuff that means something, you know. So I like that. I like that type of music. Anyways, let's get to some of the comments and get back into some Titans. Sorry, dude. Sorry, guys. I'll get off track. We'll be here talking about some nonsense all night long.
Hey, it's fun. Just cutting it up with friends, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. NWA versus mumble rap. Yeah, NWA all day. Al Pierce says I was a 70s rock guy. I like 70s rock too. You know, I like everything. And of course, now I do like Americana music. I mean, I'm just a singer-songwriter, country, you know. That's the type of thing I do now. So that's what I gravitate more to now. I have so much more respect for you now. Appreciate it, man. Give me some daps. Some virtual daps.
Hey.
Sin City Titan, no Tupac, Ice Cube, Easy, Too Short. Yeah, those are good ones too, man. Power Hour, 3-6 Mile. Yeah, I mean they're classics, man. Memphis, shout out to Memphis Titans and Truth. Sin City Titan, I would have never pegged you for a rap fan, my guy. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. So, anyways, let's kind of get into let's go ahead and do this trivia thing. Y'all want to do it? So let's do it. I was gonna do it when I got y'all off of here, but so if you guys are in the chat, be ready because this is coming quick. This is coming hot, so you got to be ready. It's going to be the top 4. That's the only fair way I could seem to do it because I don't know how people do all that other stuff, picking people randomly. I'm not going to put 475 people down on a piece of paper and put them in a hat, I think there's a way you can do it with the computer, but that's just the way my mind thinks, So here we go. Let's put it up on the screen. You guys hit 1 if you're ready in the chat. If you're ready for this, if you're ready to win this giveaway, hit 1. We're going to get rolling on this. So the 4 first people who answer this trivia will win the coolest gift ever made. $1 million. No, you're going to win something cool from the game, though. I promise you're going to win something cool from the game. Let's see if you guys are ready. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Bruce James Realty, 1. Oh, maybe it's a house. Maybe it's a house from Bruce James Realty and Sons. No, I don't know his thing, but I'm just messing with you, Bruce. The Power Hour's ready. Jeff Young, Raul, you're not ready, man. You got to hit 1 if you're ready for the trivia thing. I'm not going to do it till everybody. No, I'm just kidding. So here we go. Here we go, guys. Here's the question. So like I said, the first 4 to get it right gets the thing. I'll mail it to you. Just DM me. I'll give you my Twitter. If you don't have my Twitter, I'll give you my email, all that stuff. So here we go. Let me find it. Here it is. Boom. So which Titan holds a record for the most field goals in one game? So the first 4 who can answer it right, we will get the giveaway. So which Titans player holds a record? This is the NFL record for the most field goals in a game. So I'm going to let y'all think about it. All right. I Care, my team has his answer. Jason York has his answer. Let's see. Do we already got some winners? Power Hour, let's see. Yep, we already got the winners, guys. We already got 4. So the first 4, I'm going to have to type these in my phone so I'll remember who won. We already got winners, guys. We already got 4. Let's see here, guys. So we have the first winner is the Power Hour, Rob Baronis. That is right. So he had 8 field goals in a game. I think it was 2007 against the Texans, and he kicked the game winner too. He kicked a 29-yarder to win the game. So, and I'll show you guys what you won here in a second. Jason York, Joe Nedney. It's a decent guess. He wasn't with us too long, a few years, I guess. I forgot about Nedney. I Care, my team. Let me type that in here. Car, my team. That's a crazy name, but I like it. I don't know if it's Car or I Carry. I carry my team.
Yeah.
There you go. Golly, I'm a moron. Sorry, I Carry. It's a clever play on words, Sin City Titan. My dude, I swear we didn't set this up. He won it honestly. Sin City Titan won. And let's see, Icar, you said twice. So Nancy Nicole, you are the last winner. Come on down, claim your prize. So let me get these names in here. And guys, Titan Upload says Al Del Greco. Nope. It was Rob Baronis, guys. I miss the days of Rob Baronis. Let me get this picture off of here. I miss Rob Baronis, man. Like it's a shame what happened to him. He seemed like a really good dude. It's a shame what happened. He was arguably our best kicker, to ever don a Titans uniform. So definite shout out to him. Rest in peace. Carrying with Carrie. There's a lot of Carrie type stuff going on tonight. You got I carry my team, carrying with Carrie. You guys are trying to give me tongue twisters, So good job, guys. The Prince are so sick in person. So she already knows. How does she know?
I think the pop up on the screen. That's actually my wife, and so she was right there when we.
Oh yeah, it's on the screen. I forgot I put them on there. I'm so dumb tonight. Sorry, guys. These are the Prince. You're gonna win. I meant to say that. I was just reading the stuff. I was looking at my phone, not paying attention. So these are the Prince. So you'll get one of you will get two of you will get an AJ Brown. I'm gonna do that randomly. So that'll be the only fair way. I can do 4 names in a hat, just not 475. Hopefully it's up to like 490 now. If some of you subscribe, that would be awesome. So you get a Tannehill one. I really like this Simmons one, and I have like 4 more here, and I thought about keeping the Simmons one, but I was like, nah, I got to put that in there. So I really like the Simmons one. I like them all, and shout out to the guy who makes these. Titans Town. Let's see. I think I made a banner for him, so y'all can go check out his stuff. His name is James Ryan, I believe, and he's got a Twitter, and he's also got an Etsy. Here we go. So check him out, James Ryan, on Twitter at Titan Oiler, on Etsy at Art by James Ryan. So he's got a cool Etsy page where you can order stuff. I'll put it in the description if I haven't already. But guys, y'all send me a DM on Twitter if you can. I don't know. I think all you guys are on Twitter that won. Let me know if you're not, but send me a DM on Twitter. If not, you can find me on Facebook too. But send me a DM on Twitter, and I'll mail those out to you guys. I'm not going to mail yours, Sin City, because I'm going to see you in 2 weeks, so you're not getting the special treatment. But I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll see you at the Jacksonville game, so I'll give it to you there. Official TY says, let's go Cincy. Yes, we need every AFC South team to lose as much as possible. You put it on Twitter also. I did. Did I put that on Twitter? Oh, I guess I did. Golly, man, I really screwed the pooch on that one, didn't I? I tried to type it, but I had to start over autocorrect. Yeah, likely story. We've always had good kickers until Suck Up left. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, ma. That's what they played at the stadium. I don't know if you remember, they used to play that song, the My Sharona song, but they, My Baronis or whatever. So I think that's kind of it, guys. Like any last words? Well, not last words. I hope it's not your last words, but anything, let them know where they can find you, let them know where they can find you guys, and any last thoughts or comments, let the good people know out there.
Go ahead, Titans Mafia.
You can find me on Twitter at Mafia Titans, YouTube Titans Mafia, Instagram Titans Mafia.
There you go.
Love to hear you guys come to my pages and hit the follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. I'm going to be putting out some stuff really, really soon, so look forward to seeing you guys hop on my page.
And for us, you can find us on YouTube, Titans Time Podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Titans Time Podcast. Twitter is Titans_time. Instagram, Titans Time Podcast. Facebook, Titans Time. And Rossi, I got to hit you with something, man. We gave our score predictions. I don't remember you give him one. We
No,
need to
I
know.
didn't, man. I got sidetracked.
Yeah, we got to know what you're thinking.
Must have saw a squirrel. But you know, it's a tough one, ain't it? You know, because if we don't got the AJ and Julio and whoever else that will mysteriously get injured 5 seconds before the game, what do we know? You know, I think honestly, I think Henry's gonna control this game. Like, I know they got a good front. I don't know, man. I think Henry. I think it's gonna be a slow burn type of game. But Henry's, you know, gonna get over 100. I think it's gonna kind of be like last game, really. You know, kind of dink and dunk here and there, control the clock, play good defense, hopefully play good defense. And the thing we got to worry about is Zach Wilson. You know, I mean, he's mobile. He's made some plays this season. It's not like he's been terrible, but he can make some plays. He has that ability. So we got to keep him contained, you know. I mean, in the past, we've tend to make bad quarterbacks look really good and good quarterbacks really bad, you know. I mean, but the thing on our side, Wilson is young. A lot of those guys were veterans that that happened to, that happened with. So I'm going to say, trying to give something different than y'all gave. I'm going to say 30. I'm going to say 30-13. That's going to be my guess. So yeah, there you go.
I'm seeing a pattern here with the 13. I think all of us picked the Jets to have 13.
It's a good number for a crap team to have, you know.
I will say, it is very pivotal for us to go into the Bills game 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that stretch after the Jags game, that stretch is brutal.
It is.
So we have to be 4-1 going into those games.
These might be, really honestly, these might be two of the most important games of the season. You know, if you think about it, I mean, where we stand, all that stuff. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. Titans Mafia. I think these are two must-win games. Definitely must-win games because the schedule ain't getting any easier. Let's look at it real quick. I do have it on here. Let me take freaking Titans Rossi commenting all the time. Unbelievable. There's my email, guys. Titans4213@gmail. If you don't have a Twitter, you can send me an email. Send me an email with your name and let me know who you are, like what's your name, your YouTube or Twitter name, and give me your address and I'll mail you. I'll get them out tomorrow or the next day, and I'll mail you these things. They're very cool. Y'all like them a lot. So yes, coming into week 5, you got the Jets and the Jaguars. So it's a definite. We definitely need to go 4-1 there. And then, guys, it gets rough. I mean, we got the Buffalo at home, which that's cool. You know, Monday Night Football. But we fared well against Buffalo in the past, right? So then you got Kansas City. Then we got, at Indianapolis. That's going to be tough. I don't care what the Colts record is at that point in time. It's going to be tough. Then at the Los Angeles Rams, then the New Orleans Saints they've been hit or miss this year. They could be world beaters or they could lose, you know, like crazy. Depends on how many picks Winston wants to throw. What do you guys think? Man, that's a brutal stretch starting in Buffalo to New Orleans. What do y'all think?
Yeah, that's like Titans Mafia said, these next 2 games, we need to win them. We can't let these be those trap games where something happens, we overlook them, and then we're going into the Buffalo game, you know, with 2 losses. And because, like you said, that stretch gets tough. I mean, the Bills, depending on what team for them shows up. I mean, if it's the one that's shown up the past couple of weeks, they're going to be tough. Kansas City, I don't see them continuing on this little losing streak that they're on. And like you said, Indy, they're going to be tough. Like, no matter what their record is. And I mean, the Rams just knocked off the Buccaneers this past week. They're looking really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I think you're right, Titans Mafia. It's crucial right here.
I will say this though. I think the Chargers just laid out a blueprint on how to beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all watched any of that game or saw any highlights.
Yeah, I did.
But the way they attacked them offensively was a straight up blueprint on how to beat them. I mean, the Chiefs looked like they had no idea how to stop them. The whole game. It wasn't just the second half. It was the whole game. The Chargers just went straight down the field every drive, pretty much. Did y'all see the wind in that game? The goalpost flags were straight out.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And every time they kicked a field goal, the ball would zigzag.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Yeah. I need to go back and watch that game or the highlights, you know. It's interesting that they're 1-2. I mean, that's and this is y'all got a few more minutes or you need to get going or
yeah, we're good.
This was something I had and I meant to go over this the other night. Just real quick, you know, to you guys, who do you think the most surprising teams are so far out of these 4 teams that are, you know, doing well that maybe weren't supposed to? Or I mean, I know the Raiders were probably, you know, probably people were high on them, but who do you guys think?
I'd have to say Cincinnati, just because they had all these players last year and were terrible. And it's the same players.
Yeah.
But out of the undefeated teams, I'd have to go Panthers. Because the Panthers are awful. I guess it's just Sam Darnold or whatever. But Sam Darnold was always good. He just was on a terrible team. And now that has some skill players that are good, and he has an offensive line.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I think probably the Bengals is the biggest surprise to me, just because, you know, they're right there. I think tied for first in the AFC North. I can tell you the team that I think is kind of maybe a fluke. Of course, don't want to take too much away from them, but you look at the Broncos being 3-0 and go back and look at who they've played. They opened up against the Giants, then they played the Jaguars, and then the Jets. So, you know, out of all of those teams, I would have to say the Bengals are the most impressive so far.
Yeah, I'd say so too, and you know, we'll see if they pull it off tonight. I think they will. Yeah, I mean, you know, Burrow wasn't bad until he got hurt last year, and they do have some good receivers. You know, Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase. I really like Jamar Chase.
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
I was going to put out there chalk for the Jaguars got carted off a while ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah. He was on my fantasy. I actually let him go because he just wasn't doing nothing. And
smart move now.
Yeah. Yeah. I foresaw the future. But I'm going to say the Broncos, you know, just because of what's the quarterback?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater. Like, I just didn't think Bridgewater. I don't know. I just not big on him, but like he's been playing well, and the Panthers too. I mean, Sam Darnold is playing really well for the Panthers. And that's maybe it's just being with the Jets, man. It's man, the New York Jets franchise. It's just so depressing. Like their team is just so depressing, you know. Who do you guys think in the chat? Like, what's the most surprising team out of this list so far? The Broncos, Raiders, Bengals, or the Panthers? Who do y'all think is the most? And then we'll do this, and we'll kind of wrap it up. On the flip side, the most disappointing team so far, you got the Chiefs at 1-2, the Colts at 0-3, the Patriots at 1-2, the Seahawks at 1-2.
I got the Seahawks without a doubt.
Yeah,
most disappointing team because they have all the pieces to be Super Bowl contenders. If you mark them out, I would have to say the Chiefs because they've been to the Super Bowl so many times in recent years, and they have the same team. But I'm with Titans time. I don't think the Chiefs. This is a fluke of 1-2. I think they're just as good and still are contenders.
Yeah.
Most disappointing. I have to agree with Titans Mafia here. I mean, it's got to be the Seahawks. Which looking at some of these teams, the Patriots have maybe had the easiest opening part of the schedule. Because I know the Chiefs, they had, of course, they had the Chargers. They had, they had the Ravens, and they also had, who else? But then, the Seahawks playing the Colts, us. I was surprised they lost to the Vikings. But the Colts, I mean, they started out with the Seahawks, then the Rams, and then us. So I can't really say that that's necessarily disappointing because looking at how our schedule opened up, it was one of those things where we thought going into the game against the Colts, both teams could be 0-2. But we found a way to pull it out in Seattle. So,
yeah,
the Seahawks are maybe because I think they should have won that Vikings game.
Yeah.
I mean the Chiefs, they've lost by little. I mean, the last game is 24-30. They lost, and they lost that game in Baltimore. That was a crazy game. And I don't think the Chiefs are on a down slope by any means. I think they've just, it's been a tough schedule for some teams. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the NFL has just hit a lot of. I mean, the schedule we have this year is one of the toughest schedules I've ever seen in Tennessee. You know, so I don't know what's up with that, but I honestly. I'm going to have to say the Colts just because of all the hype. I know their fans are crushed. They wanted Wentz to come in, be their savior. And Wentz is actually, I mean, other than the last game, because the man had 2 bum ankles. I mean, how do you expect him to do anything? He should have been on the bench. They should have started Hundley.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't want to go 0-3 because the stats coming back from 0-3 is darn near impossible. I mean, it's very, very slim who goes to the playoffs starting 0-3. But if you got a chance to rest Wentz, I know it's a division game, but I mean, division doesn't have much to do with a wild card spot. I mean, you can get a wild card spot. That's, you don't win the division, that's what you get. And I think there's more teams this year, right? It's 14 teams now that are in the playoffs on each, or no, 7 from
7 on each side.
Was it 6 last year, or did they already go to 7 last year? I think they went to 7 last year.
Yeah, I think they went to 7 last year.
Okay, so I guess because that's when they went to the one.
Only one team in each conference getting a bye.
Exactly. Yeah. So that happened, but I just think it's very disappointing for the Colts. I mean, I expected them to be like at least maybe 2-1 or something, or at least win a game. The Patriots, I never thought they'd be. I mean, just having the rookie quarterback, and he's done well, but he barely throws a pass over like 10 yards, Seahawks are definitely disappointing, but I think the Seahawks and the Chiefs are going to bounce back. That's just my opinion on it. But anyways, that's going to do it for tonight, fellas. I really appreciate y'all sticking on with me. It's been an hour and 16 minutes. So yeah, y'all been awesome, and tighten up, man. I can't wait for the game this Sunday. We need to go out there and handle business. We need to handle business. Like we need to go out there and just take control of this game, run the ball control. Get through these next 2 games without getting any crazy injuries. We cross our fingers. So, but I appreciate you guys for coming on, man. I really do. And I'll see y'all soon, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. Love jumping on here and talking Titans with you, man. It's a blast every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having us. And like Titans Time said, it's always fun coming on here. I really enjoy it, and have me back anytime, man.
Yeah, man, I like having both of y'all on it. Maybe we should do this like a little. We could do this once a week or something.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Have all the country fellers on here. I miss my country people, man. Like I do. Being in South Florida, there ain't no Southern people down here. There's no Southern cooking. There's no meat and threes. There's a Cracker Barrel, but I mean, it's just I miss that type of stuff. I miss my people, and so it's good to talk with you guys. And I'll see y'all later, man.
Yes, sir.
See you, man.
Right, bye. Yeah, so that is Titans Time Podcast, Titans Mafia. They're awesome, man. It's a lot of fun. We get to cutting up and just having a good time. Power Hour says good night, fellas. Great show tonight. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Y'all been awesome, man. Y'all been commenting. A lot of comments throughout the stream, so that's always good to have interaction, So I really appreciate the Sports Star. I saw your thing earlier. We had already done it before. So next time when we get to 500 subs, we're going to do a pretty awesome giveaway. I mean, the ones I'm giving away today are pretty cool. But the thing that I got that I'm going to give away for the 500 sub thing is going to be really cool. So I really appreciate you guys. Sauce Monster. What's up, man? It's all good, brother. Yeah, we've been going for a while here, but shout out to Sauce. He's not only a moderator, but he's a friend of mine too. He's a cool dude, man. He's a senior in high school, so he's trying to get through that. So good luck to you there, man. So he says, sorry, man, I was at the volleyball game. No problem, man. No problem at all. We do these twice a week, so plenty of time to see me babbling on about the Titans. So, anyways, we're going to get out of here, guys. Let's roll the outro, tighten up. You guys are awesome. Y'all rock. Please share this video. Please like and subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. And, tighten up and let's go. We're going to get it this Sunday.